Hello all and welcome back to Tell Education. So today we're going to do about something little different. It's about how to make your essay look strong. Now, how do we do that? How can we get into that? These are some of the questions. What are some of the factors that we have to look into when we do our writing, specifically when we do our essay? So I'm going to show you an example, and with that example I'm going to get into the session. So you can see this is a very beautiful cup, okay? And this cup has been there with me for a long time. And I love this cup. It's there on the table. I see it every day. But when it comes to drinking coffee, I prefer to drink from this cup. Lovely coffee. Similarly, we have a set of words that we see every day. We have seen it others using. We know them, but for some reason we don't use them. They just remain there as words. When we write in our own essay, we tend to use a usual number of words. Now these usual number of words can make your essay weak. Why? The reason is because one of the protocol of IELTS writing is that you need to follow two things. It's called coherent and cohesive. Now what are these two words? What does it mean? It means that you need to stick to the question. Whatever the question is, you need to stick to the question. That is called coherent. And cohesive is basically you need to have connections with your paragraphs. To bring connections to these paragraphs, you need to use certain words that will help you to go in a very slow way or take a really good transition into the next sentence. Now these words are called linking verbs or linking phrases. These linking phrases will help you not to take like a random skip from one sentence to the other, but slowly take a transition and a meaningful transition, bringing a connection with the first sentence and the second sentence. So when the reader is reading, the reader will not feel that you just skipped a couple of lines, but the reader will understand that you are continuing. It's a continuing process. It is the second half of the first part. So to bring that connection, to bring that unity among your sentences and paragraphs, we need to look into some of these phrases which are called the linking phrases. They are also called strong vocabulary. When these kind of words, which you already know, when you use these linking verbs or when you use these linking phrases into your essay, your paragraph becomes strong. It becomes valid. So let's look into those words. There are several words. I mean, I can just point out a couple of them right now. So I've just taken 5 of them right now. We'll be looking into 5 of the linking words or linking verbs or linking phrases. But there are more to it. There are more. So there are linking words, there are linking verbs, and they are also called by another word, which are just usual phrases which are used to connect. Some of them can be conjunctions as well. Now let's look into at least 5 of them. Starting with the first one, again, as I told you that you all know this word. It's called in order to. It is used to introduce an explanation. So you have introduced an explanation. You're talking about something. You're saying that the X person has to talk to the Y person. Okay? Now, so the other person is asking, so how are we supposed to do that? How can the X person talk to the Y person? So we say, in order to make them come together, in order to bring them together, we need to come up with a new plan. In order to bring the X to the Y, we need to come up with a new plan. So in order becomes an introduction to an explanation, or it becomes like a pointer to an argumentation or argumenting something. Now let's go for the second one, which is in other words. Essays can be really difficult sometimes when you try to bring all the concepts together. So if your sentence seems to look a little difficult, just to be on the simplified side, just to make it look a little more easier, you can simplify the sentence by saying another part of the sentence using this phrase called in other words. So in other words, what I just meant is, in simple words, for people to understand. So it's very important that you use these words in academic, because when your sentence becomes very complicated, it is very difficult for the reader to understand and try to bring a connection. So if you feel that the sentence is too big and the sentence has too many notions in it and you want to simplify it, first you can write your own statement, then just right next to it you can add in other words and simplify it to make it easier for some other readers who find it difficult. Now let's go for the third one, moreover. We've all heard this, but I'm pretty sure that many of you, when it comes to essay, you don't really think of using moreover. We have to discuss a lot of points in our essay, and to emphasize on a particular point, to add an extra point, to include another point, to make your other points validate or to make it strong, you can use a connective phrase called moreover. The moment you use moreover, there is a connection between the other phrases, the other sentences or the other points, and all of a sudden you're giving an emphasis or you're emphasizing on that particular point. So it's actually used to add an extra point. So you said 4 points, now you want to bring in another point which is the really strong point. You can use the word moreover this point as well. So you can bring another point. So it is actually used to add extra points. Then comes however. Now we've been saying this is actually used to contrast things. Now there are contradictory things. So we are talking about a person, we are saying that the person is very positive, the person has really good heart, the person is a kind-hearted person. However is, considering all these positive points, there is one negative point which is contrasting all the other positive points. However, he does not so and so. You can just add on whatever you want, contrasting it. So considering all that, it can be vice versa as well. That is, you can say negative points about a person and then you can point out one good point about the person. Again, you can use the word however. The person is not very good with children. The person has so and so issue. The person does this and that. However, he is somebody who's very generous. So you can point positive points and then contradict it with a negative point. You can do it vice versa. Alright, so let's go to the last one. Now in an essay, it's very important to give examples. Examples make it easier for the reader to connect with your essay and to understand it better. And mostly when it comes to essay and when it comes to saying an example, we all tend to use this word for example, which is very common. And that is something that we use every day, like the cup that I use every day to drink my coffee. It's very usual, it's very common. So we can use the word for instance or to illustrate. So you can use different other words or phrases to make your essay look strong. Now this is just the part 1. I'm not done with linking words or I'm not done with phrases. I will be doing another part of this where I'll include more words, but I just want to tell you that these are the phrases or the words that you have to bring in your essay to make your essay strong. And this is just one of the factors of the so many other factors that you have to be careful when you write an essay. Hope you enjoyed this session, and if you have any doubts, please comment below. Please like and subscribe and share my video if you feel this is useful. This is my personal way of teaching. This is my personal thing. I use these things to teach my students. If you find it useful, please go ahead. If you don't like it, please dislike it. Go ahead, and this is like, you have the freedom to do that. All right. For more videos, keep, just wait for more videos are coming up. And till then, bye-bye.